Can't wait to go home and show everyone this magnificent portrait. The beauty of my features entirely makes up for your lack of proper art training.
You look well. Certainly.
Come back to my ox is strong, no?
What can I do? Ah, a blossoming botanist, I'm quite... What do you say? If you make me... I look... Mind the plants underfoot!
I saw some birds flying around a few nights ago. They were so graceful. I especially like the ones that do this. Ooh, ooh. What a fun way to talk. Ooh. Fancy, fancy city folk, but they do buy my pots. Bye now.
Pretty busy if you couldn't tell. Got all these trails to maintain, tourists to wrangle, animals to nurture, plants to relocate. I'll be lucky if I ever get to take another break in my whole life. Yeah, it is. At least someone understands what goes into making a national park. I'm just really stressed today. Oh, and I've also got to go rescue a stupid water fox, as if I didn't already have enough work to do. They're aquatic rodents, essentially. Like to live in watery caves. People think they're adorable, but in my opinion, they're just wretched. My responsibility here is maintaining the trails. That's why I was hired. These water foxes are a huge thorn in my paw, and they distract me from my real tasks. My partner was the one who took care of the water foxes. Now he's gone, and I have no idea to handle these animals. I've been trying to trap one all day. Tried every type of bait under the moon. He wanted to see the world. I don't blame him for that. But he could have at least left some instructions for taking care of these hard animals. One of them mangled his foot, and I was trying to administer some salve before it gets infected. I've already wasted so much time trying to catch him. I really can't spend another day on this. I think it's officially a lost cause. Yeah, he'll probably die, and his kits won't last long without him either. I guess it's sad, but the trails need maintenance. I'm not really supposed to let visitors get so close to the wildlife, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. The water foxes are living in a cave, not more than 100 paces from me. City folk. It's like they've never seen a trail before, always trampling through the foliage like animals.
Welcome to the Kestrel's Eyrie, providing a warm bed for travelers and tourists for just 2 glowstones a night. Are you in need of a room tonight? You might have met my old friend Nika. She runs the inn over there. We used to get into a lot of trouble together. It's a shiny kind of place. You heading there now? I heard there's an arts supplies store. Seems like something you might like.
By trade, I am a cartographer, but unfortunately my productivity is down at the moment. I have run out of ink. It'll be a while before my shipment comes in. You're new around here, right? I'll bet you could use a map of Eastshade. If you'd like one, I have an extra print here I can give you. But in exchange, I'm wondering if there's something you can do for me. As I mentioned, I'm running low on ink. If you find me 4 inky cap mushrooms, I'll give it to you. That would be grand. Last time I went inky cap foraging, I got trapped in a conversation with the park ranger. He's rather obsessed with trail making, isn't he? He gabbed about it for nearly an hour. A beautiful city, and very straightforward, cartographically speaking. See you.
My great...
Oh, hello. I'm not really in the mood to talk with anyone. I lost something really important. It was like the key to everything. I just can't believe I lost it. The amulet. I don't know how this happened. I just wanted to look at it, but now it's gone. Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now. Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now.
Good day for... I've always pictured them as toad eaters. Never really watched them eating, though. If I knew what they like, I would have trapped that injured one by now. They live in watery caves and crevices, usually secluded areas. Aren't you full of questions? Go to the library if you want to be such a know-it-all.
Hello, good...
What a lovely sandy beach you've painted. Would you be willing to give it away for the opportunity to learn? This is splendid! It will be the prized piece of my sitting room. Now, here's how to make twine. Mind the plants underfoot.
Where's you laugh? My gr...
Have you by any chance found those inky caps yet? Great! I've just put the final touches on your map. I hope it serves you well. See you.
Yes, a newcomer. May I see your reference letters, please? I'm afraid if you're seeking passage into Narva, you'll need 3 reference letters from citizens of Eastshade, signed and sealed. Well, you need to find people who are willing to vouch for your character and writing. Since you're a newcomer, you'll have to make some friends in the country. Will that be all, then? Well, will that be all, then? It hasn't always been this way, but lately we've been getting more newcomers than usual. We don't want it to be unwelcoming to new folk, but we are trying to have some measure of security. Will that be all, then? Will that be all, then? Stay safe now.
Need a lift? All right then.
Traveller, I can see you have an adventurous spirit. I've got an excursion you're sure to love. Righto, sharp as a knife you are. This here is the bursting bubble. It has the ability to take passengers all the way up to the mountaintop. The ride is sure to give you a burst of adrenaline. I call it the sky drop. Neverland. Yeah, that's a perfect name. Much better. Thanks, friend. You know, when I invented this thing, I really thought it was going to revolutionize transportation. Imagine just flying right up to the tip-top of the world! Seems like something everyone would want to do. But for some reason, folks just don't seem to understand the idea. They can't seem to picture a balloon carrying people in the sky. I've hardly been able to get anyone out here to see it in person. Anyhow, thanks for helping with the name, Traveller. Seems to me that you're full of good ideas. Hello, good Traveller. Hope things are going well for you. As for me, I still haven't got anyone new out here to fly with me. Shame, because I know anyone would love it if they saw it.
Why, hello, friend! Glorious day, wouldn't you say? What an incredible day to be alive! Ah, I see you're a traveller, swept in from some distant land. How enchanting! Ah, marvellous place, Eastshade. The only trouble is, traveller, the little mice. The little mice! You see, they've taken a liking to my garden. Not sure how they eat so much when I'm not looking. Must be bigger than I think. I'm standing guard, but it's not working. Somehow they're getting past me. Must be while I'm sleeping. Not that I mind, really. I'm glad they have a proper meal. But how I dream of cooking up a proper stew. Vegetable, of course. Can't have a good stew without an assortment of the finest crops, eh? Tell you what, bring me 7 sticks so I can finish my fence. That just may do the trick against these crafty carrot eaters. Of course, I never let a friend journey on without a few glowstones to pad their pocket. How's 10 sound? Excellent. Thank you, my friend, for taking on this task. See you soon. You're back. I've been thinking, it'll be a bit strange to have a fence here blocking all the little critters out of my garden. Oh well, has to be done. Of course, I appreciate your help. Nothing wrong with running around picking up sticks, just don't forget to get lost once in a while, eh? And look around you, smell the roses. Oh, listen to me, I sound like an old-timer. Refreshing to hear someone say it other than myself. I'm sure the polite nature of Eastshade folk has a reputation far and wide. No chance someone would wrong another. Anyhow, thanks for getting these sticks for me. It's a full-time job standing guard. Why don't you come back in a day's time? That'll give me time to patch up this fence and see how it does against the little mice. See you soon.
Hi there, stranger. Come on in. Care for some tea? Or maybe a mead? Here you are, then. Nothing like a refreshing cup. I don't think I've seen your face before. Are you from out west? Ah, okay. I thought you might be from out west. I haven't met many Westerners. I was born and raised in Nava. I really wish more Westerners would come through this way. I really want to ask them about the drumming. Have you heard the drums at night? I was just a child the first time I heard the drumming out in the Blushwoods. My best friend and I used to play out here a lot. We even found a drum once. Wish I could look at that thing, but it seems to have disappeared. Ever since I moved out here, I've only heard the drumming late in the night. Some nights I hear it, others I don't. Doesn't seem to be any pattern. I like the music. It's captivating. In fact, it's almost bewitching. But I've always been bewildered as to its source. I figure it must be some Westernly folk thing. Maybe the farmers from the Teethmore Bluffs throw parties in the Blushwood? Nobody in Nava seems to know anything about it. That's where I grew up. My best friend and I spent a lot of time out here, though, running through the Blushwoods. There was an old shack right in this very spot that we used as our hideout. Wasn't much more than a pile of boards back then, but I purchased the land and fixed it up. My son Finn brought his family out here too. He always loved trees more than the bricks of the city. And I've got 5 beautiful grandchildren. Things couldn't be better.
My garden is filled with all sorts of wriggly critters.
Sure, I can do that for you.
That's where we all used to live. There was just so much rain one year. Luckily, we had the foresight to get out before the mudslide. No one got physically hurt, but the whole town was devastated. Take care now.
When I was a boy, merchants came to Lindau with strange spices and soft fabric. We mainly get shipments of tea. In any case, there's always lots of wood. That was the original.
What Isan did to you is downright uncivilized, but I'm not a bit surprised. That man is simply a bad apple. Thank the stars Aaliyah was able to leave with Lenny. I think he'll be much happier with his aunt. Safe travels.
Take care now.
Thanks again for the canvas. That place is neat. My mom takes me there sometimes, but I'm that, and some nights the
I have nothing to say to you. Just get out.
That's where I live, when I'm not camping. My house was the only thing standing after the mudslide. Moving all those books, I'm certain you did. Did you manage to take a peek inside? Oh good. I hope you
You don't look like you're from around here. Ah, anything else?
What can I... Any friend of Bojan's is a friend of mine. Here. Mind the plants underfoot.
Hello, where's your...
I just can't stop thinking about those owls I saw. I can't say I know you all that well. Bye now. painted that owl. Can I buy it from you? This is great! Ooh, ooh. Is this too many glowstones? I wouldn't know. I've never bought a painting before. You've got a real ear for birds. Let me know if you ever need anything. Ooh, for a friend like you, of course. Bye now.
Don't worry, I'll have this fence patched up by tonight. Then we'll see who the king of the carrots is. See you soon.
Hi again. It's nice to see a familiar face. We don't get too many visitors out here. That's where wasn't much more than a pile of boards back then, but I purchased my son Finn brought, and I've got
You finally arrived. Would you like some tea or maybe some pie? Don't be shy now. My name is known to all as Mudwillow. My passion is sight and all that it shows. Weaver of light and doctor of eyes, I hold the gift reserved for the wise. With me lies the gift which everyone seeks. So far you've all been liars and sneaks, sought out by foe and drunkards unfit. Not one of you has held nearly enough wit. They all bumble in, dreaming of crimes. Every day they show up, it's a waste of my time. But the strings of light you folded and bent prove you've got brains to some extent. It seems you may just be clever enough, although I'd bet your brain is packed full of fluff. But listen up, painter, for this is your task. Prepare your brushes and hear what I ask. Itself in a constant state of falling, to you it seems that it's always stalling. A stony side where the star hides away, a watchful eye at the peak of midday. day turns dark but a moment in time, when a star goes black, though everything's fine. The largest of eyes that stare back at you, a sight that aligns. That's the moment I choose. An eclipse you found, the darkness of day, but another piece you've lost on your way. Search the landscape and find me an eye. Give the sky vision, then you'll have your prize. An eclipse you found, the darkness of day, but another piece you've lost on your way. Search the landscape and find me an
Beautiful place to come and think, wouldn't you say? My husband liked to come out here and fish. We spent many nights camping here in the Blushwood. But now old Pops is doing his best to tarnish my fond memories. Grandfather, goodness no, traveler. Old Pops is a fish, the biggest fish in the lake. What didn't he do? This fish has haunted my dreams for, what seems like ages. Old Pops, that evil fish. He has it out for me, I'll have you know. I was out on the boat with my husband, Farid, an anniversary camping trip, when old Pops leaps out of the water and snatches my wedding ring right off of my finger. It's not the first time he's pulled something like this. He's taken glowstones and bracelets. Sneakiest thief on the islands, that fish is. Well, some of those folks might be trying to cover up the fact they misplaced their precious items. It's easy to blame it on a fish. But he really did eat my ring. People round here talk about old Pops like he's some sort of magical fish with healing properties or some nonsense. They say when you stare old Pops straight in the eye, he conjures an image of what you want most in this world and makes that thing seem real to you, as real as day. Say, what would old Pops make you think of? What do you treasure most? Adventure? Painting? You know, I never gave much thought to art having importance and all that. I suppose it does, though. I know my ferret would love to have an artist rendering of him with old Pops. That's enough reflecting for the time being. You and I, people of action. I don't suppose you'd be willing to help me get my wedding ring back? Of course. He's a big old fish, but you're strong. Will you get that ring for me? Excellent. Old Pops, better watch out. Our new traveler friend is a-coming for ya. You got a fishing pole? You're not gonna be catching old Pops without one. Maybe not even with one, that floundering foe. No doubting you could find one in Nava if you've got some glowstones to spare. I don't know too much about him, other than he's a big one. Bettin' he's a sandfish by the size of him. You stay careful round old Pops, you hear? He has it out for us, especially boaters and fisher folk. That old Pops, he's a-coming for you. No ring, traveler? Hop to it, I'm counting on you to set things right in the sea.